Hello and welcome to another episode of Laptop Retrospective, and today I wanted to talk to you again about some microphones. So in a previous video I've shown you a good quality microphone that you can use for desktop or maybe field recording, but I know that there are a lot of people out there that are into streaming and podcasting, and you know what? They want something a bit more permanent for their desktops or their laptops or whatever it is that they have going on in their homes. And this is where something like this could come in. So this is a Maono, essentially studio microphone set. Now the nice thing about this is it contains pretty much all the parts that you really need for a good quality setup at your desk. And I thought I would open the box, show you all of the different pieces and the jobs that they do, and give you a bit of a demonstration as to why each of these pieces can be very, very helpful. First thing you might ask is, well, why do I need a system like this if I have, say, a headset that's got an attached microphone? I'll tell you right now, the quality on this, it's not very good. The quality that you hear on the camera is actually better than what you'll usually hear out of these headset style microphones. These were mostly designed in an era where the limitation of the audio quality was based on the program that you were using or the transfer rate, but now the people are into, streaming. They've got Discord servers and all of this other stuff, TeamSpeak, to really handle high quality audio. The microphone starts to become the weakest link. Back in the 90s, if you had, audio in a game, holy smokes, good for you. Same thing with the early 2000s, but in the year 2019, this just doesn't cut it. And just to show you, I'll insert a small recording using this microphone right now. Okay, so this is audio from the Logitech microphone that's built into these headphones. That's pretty much what you get. And one of the things you'll notice is that if I make any adjustments, you get to hear it all. Okay, so let's go ahead and open the box and see what's inside. So this is the AU-A04 kit, and it comes with a user manual, just in case you needed to know how to microphone. It does come with all sorts of different instructions to set it up on a Windows computer. So if you need that, there it is. So let's start pulling stuff out of the box. So the very first thing we actually have is what's called a pop filter. Now, a pop filter goes between the microphone and your voice and essentially reduces the harsh sounding P's that microphones will often pick up. So that was a lot of P sounds. So if I go ahead and take this and put it between myself and the camera microphone, certain words and pronunciations become particularly less poignant. So there you go. And it also comes with a wind sock as well for the microphone. The next thing that we actually have is a shock mount. Now, a shock mount is very useful, especially if you are moving the microphone at any point, and I'll demonstrate that in a little bit. But it helps reduce the transfer of mechanical noise that might be going on around you into your microphone. We do have a USB A to B cable that plugs in. We've got our desk mount that our stand goes into. We have a boom, which we'll go ahead and set up for ourselves here that the microphone will connect to. So that's pretty awesome there. And of course, last but not least, we have our microphone. You'll notice on the bottom here it is USB and it's not XLR. So just make sure that you know that before you go ahead and purchase that. So let's set up a few demonstrations so you can see how each piece of this kit works individually and how it works together. Okay, so here is the Maono microphone, pretty much unsupported. In a simple cradle like we've seen before in other microphones. And one thing that is very important to note is that it is at a fixed position, so if all of a sudden I need to move or get the microphone closer to me, that means that I either have to touch the stand or move the mic itself. And when I even remotely touch the mic, it creates sound and vibration, and is very sensitive to that. So if I want to make any adjustments, unfortunately it does break the immersion or reduce the quality of my audio recording. The other thing that you'll note is certain P words, particularly personified, will have harsher sounds, especially if the microphone is close to the source of the sound. So this is not ideal for a desktop or a streaming setup. We want something a bit more complex and a bit more robust. So let's add its accessories and see how it does after. Okay, so now that we have this in its boom as well as the shock mount, we can illustrate how moving this around is actually considerably easier without causing any adverse effects to the recording. So I can move the microphone around and more or less have still crystal clear audio. So if I'm sitting at a desk playing a game and I need to make an adjustment to my microphone, maybe get it a little bit closer to my mouth, that's not a big deal. I can touch the boom stand and not have any of that transfer into the actual microphone itself. If I hit the desk or something else, the sound that's transferred into the boom and the whole system is minimized due to this suspension mount right here. The other thing, of course, is I have the pop filter located just above out of frame. If I move that into location, and I'll adjust the microphone so it's a bit closer to my face in a situation where pop would be a particular problem. As I speak, the pop filter takes some of those harsher sounding P's and T sounds and just things that could be aggressive over time or peak in the recording in terms of the frequency, and it does an excellent job of canceling that out. Depending on your use and what you need a microphone to do, a setup like this could be the answer. There are a couple of limitations. You are using this microphone in this mount and in this mount only. It is USB connectability only, so you're not using any kind of complex XLR system. This is going right into the computer itself. It is not phantom powered. You are just driving the microphone off of that USB, and there is no way to adjust any of the settings of the microphone outside of software. But if you're setting it up in a situation where you're going to be using it on a desktop in one configuration pretty much all the time for podcasts, interviews, high quality Skype or Discord chat, then those might not be issues that you need to concern yourself with, and this might be money well spent. I will let you know how any further use goes with this particular microphone over the course of time, as I do with all of my long-term reviews. If you would like to get this microphone and try it for yourself, please feel free to check out the link in the description down below. And if you do have any comments or things that you would like me to test with this microphone, then by all means leave those in the comment section, and I would be happy to do my best to do any fact-finding with this particular microphone. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoy this sort of content and wanted to be updated on all of the videos that I do, please feel free to hit the big 4 at the bottom, like the video, share it, subscribe, and it's an awesome way to show your support, and hit that notification bell to make sure that you don't miss out on anything that shows up on the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.